right, guys, what's up? Welcome back. We're reviewing another movie tonight. Tonight we're reviewing a 1995 movie by the name of Kids, directed by Larry Clark. This movie's a little controversial. Let me read you the plot real quick.
What said for multiple reasons.
What loose plot there is. A day in the life of a group of teens as they travel around New York City skating, drinking, smoking, and deflowering virgins.
That about sums it up.
So, yeah, right off rip, it opens up with a makeout scene. Two very young actors making out aggressively. French kissing. It's a very intense kiss. It's a very intense kiss and very in your face. Makes you feel a little uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. What did you guys think of the overall film, or you guys got any initial thoughts or reactions?
I mean, the whole film makes you feel uncomfortable and stressed, and well, for the most part. But there's parts that are funny and entertaining, cool shots.
It's very real. It's very
when it came out, people thought it was a documentary.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's got a
people
very
boycotted it because they thought it was real.
It's got a very loose plot. It seems, and this is just my opinion, I don't know if this is fact or not, but a lot of it, I actually read that quite a bit of it was improvised, right?
I read that only one part was. But.
It feels like a lot of it is, and it feels like a lot of it they just inserted the actors into real scenarios.
Well, only one of the kids in the movie was an actor at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a lot of them were not young and new, fresh faces. Rosario Dawson's in it. By the way,
her first movie.
I love Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Her first movie, Chloe Savini's first movie.
Yep.
Leo Fitzpatrick's first movie, he wasn't an actor before this. It's from 30 fucking years ago. It's crazy to me.
It is nuts. Yeah, even more.
Ben, I know you've never seen it.
Yeah, no.
So, but I saw it back then. It came out when I was 11.
Yeah. When is the first time you guys
saw it when I was young.
I saw it in high school.
Okay, so it had a different impact on you guys probably then.
Well, it was the first realistic, believable depiction of how depraved and bleak young people and their existence can be that I experienced.
Yeah, but
nothing up until that point that I had ever seen showed that the shitty lives that young people can have
in urban
cities.
Yeah, it's
New York City, yeah. Inner city youth and
skate culture where there's not many parents present.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
good thing.
That's what I said. The parental guidance in this. There's no parental guidance.
There's one. The breastfeeding mom is the only one, and he's checking out her tits.
She was doing nothing.
Good thing Harmony only wrote it, because it would have been a train wreck otherwise.
He has directed some stuff, and the stuff he's directed is wild.
I've actually never seen any of his films. I know he wrote this.
He wrote this when he was 19.
I don't know about any of his other stuff.
Gummo, you should watch that next.
I know that's his most famous movie or whatever.
Gummo and Julian Donkey Boy are the two famous ones.
But I will say this, though, about the movie. It is definitely the most intimate look at inner city youth life. A certain niche of inner city youth life. That's not everybody in inner city youth. I mean, that's just they're very one dimensional, and I think, and they have one goal. I mean, it seems the main guy.
Super accurate dialogue and how kids would act on each other.
Yeah,
in my opinion as well.
The passing of HIV through the group is brutal.
Yeah,
it is. That is. We'll get to that, but I don't think the dialogue is that accurate. I think it's very.
I do.
I think okay, natural. It's natural, but I don't think these characters are very realistic. They don't have much depth. They just talk about sex and drugs, and that's about it. Man.
They're teens.
Yeah, but I feel
I think teens have a little more depth than that. I don't think it's just those things.
I mean, now maybe they do. Not in 1995.
There was not much to do except for
if you were a skateboarding kid with no parents in New York City.
Okay, these kids, they do exist. I will give you that. But I don't think...
Well, that's what I mean. Most of the people in the movie were just skater kids from New York.
I don't think this is a super common person.
But I agree.
Anymore.
But also, because this influenced tons of stuff, which I have later in here.
Do you think this influenced It Follows a little bit?
Maybe.
Because the whole STD following from one person to the next, isn't that the hidden meaning of It Follows?
But I think it's a reach to say it influenced that. That's
no, you
so
never
far
know.
down the road, and then
yeah, it is. It's a different take on it.
The depiction of the nonchalant and naive attitudes of them is like astonishing, but also believable, because kids like are dumb as hell and they think they're invincible.
Yeah, their whole reaction to the whole AIDS crisis,
especially because it was in the 90s, like they didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't know, but they were like, "Oh, that's fake" or whatever.
Yeah, and they can't get it. They said, "I thought only gay people get it."
Yeah, and they also said, "Oh, if it is real, I'm gonna do it anyway." It's just, you know what I mean? Like they're not afraid of it. You know? Like the risk it doesn't outweigh the reward.
The stealing
the whole time.
The stealing of the 40 in the pants leg, classic maneuver.
That looked funny, man, when it was just bulging out of his.
You've never done that? I've stolen things that way.
No, I've never. I don't think I've ever stolen anything.
Well, all you do is leave your fly open and you put it down the fly, and it goes down your pant leg. And you tuck your pant leg in your sock.
I've seen that, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I just have never done that.
The hitting people with a skateboard is something I've personally seen be very effective.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's a tough to watch scene. I mean,
even the spitting off the balcony staircase thing inside of her house, a little too relatable.
Here's the thing: why was he was spitting on a lot? Like both those kids were spitting throughout the whole movie. Like the characters in this movie are very unlikable.
But like
very, very unlikable.
Yeah, punk skater kids, like being dickheads.
It reminded me of like the hardcore scene when they attack that dude. Like if you mess with one of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just all jump on him.
Going to a kid's house who sucks because they have food is hilarious.
Yeah.
Then the little girl throwing the peach, even more hilarious.
That was funny. I don't know what it was about that.
It's just so funny that they just focused on that after everybody else went inside. While being funny and entertaining, the characters are depressing and disgusting.
Very much so. And unlikable. Don't forget that.
I mean, disgusting, I think.
Yeah.
It's
depraved.
Similar to something like Requiem for a Dream.
Yep.
But that came 5 years later.
It does have Requiem for a Dream in it.
But it influenced so much culturally.
Just a different, adjacent. It's a Requiem for a Dream adjacent. It's
both just harrowing and bleak as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. It influenced so many things like culturally. Like Supreme wouldn't exist. The stupid skateboarding streetwear clothing brand.
Yeah.
Wouldn't exist without this. Like the logo is even the same. Like the stupid block letters. Indie film in general, I feel like after this was different, like a whole different landscape. Because this made like $22 million off of nothing. Like they spent nothing. The depiction of teens and skaters like in pop culture changed after this.
Yeah.
Like before they were like surfer dudes but with skateboards, and then after that they were like, oh, skateboarder kids are ruffians and like hellions.
Yeah, there was like the Dazed and Confused type version, and there's this where it's like way more gritty and
that's when any gritty like skate life film since like
Stoner,
you can see this showing the sex lives of teens and like the naivety, the disconnect, the misinformation, miscommunication, like all of that I don't think was in a movie like this big or popular up until that point.
No, it was groundbreaking in ways, and I respect it for that.
And then shows like Euphoria I don't think would like have like a place in popular culture if it weren't for stuff like this.
What do you think your favorite scene is, you think?
Mine?
Either of you.
SLC Punk even a little bit, I'd say. But your favorite scene? Go ahead.
You go ahead. I need to think.
I like they're walking the intersection. It looks cool. In New York, they're all walking down the street.
Right.
I think it's an awesome shot.
Honestly,
that does look nice. Yeah, that shot was cool.
Those kinds of shots, like when they're in a crowd or like skating and not like an actual scene happening, I think are some of the best like looking parts of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the dialogue things, like I think it is realistic and accurate, but also it's like punishing to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like also think about like when you were with your friends when you were young, if you watched that now, you'd be like, God, I was fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, it did have some. Technically, it was well made.
And then I could see
you can't argue that,
like the influence of stuff like Clerks on this, because like it's all just conversational. Like there's no like anything else really. But Rosario,
except the Clerks characters are very likable.
Yeah.
These characters
I don't know, very likable.
Like compared to these
very,
characters,
but likable. I mean, compared to these characters,
yeah.
Which Rosario's in the sequel to that.
Yeah, this is true.
But how was this made by a fucking 52-year-old man? Think about that. A 52-year-old was following these kids around making this movie. That's insane.
It's kind of wrong. I mean,
it is.
Everything about it
it's
feels
like
dirty.
exploitative. Because they're very young.
Oh yeah, mine
and it's
came with
borderline
the
child
documentary.
pornography.
Mine came with the documentary about the movie, which will make you not like either one of them a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harmony be writing it when he was 19 to 22. That makes more sense.
He was mad that he said when it got NC-17,
Yeah.
they got that rating. But like, how could you? I mean, it's
Larry Clark never made anything else this good.
yeah.
Bully people like. Ken Park tried to do this same thing and it was not good. And they tried to replicate like the edginess of this, but overdoes it and like fails.
I did read that Oliver Stone wanted what's his face to write him a script. He tried to like, what's his Harmony?
Yeah.
Tried to get him to write a script, but he couldn't get together.
Great cast, all as first-time actors. Leo Fitzpatrick is in a lot of stuff but he never really became a star. But he was in CKY2K and CKY3.
I didn't know. I don't know who that is.
The main kid.
Oh.
Chloe Savini, it was like an indie starlet. She's been in tons of stuff. She's been in all Harmony's stuff almost. American Psycho, Party Monster, Zodiac, Lean on Pete, The Snowman, The Dead Don't Die, Queen and Slim. Rosario Dawson's a supreme hottie, who is a star. She was in the hit Josie and the Pussycats.
She's awesome.
And she dated Eric Andre. And Harmony had to squeeze himself in there. He's like a character that's not even listed in the credits. He's a kid with the glasses that shoves pills in her mouth.
Yeah. Get the techno.
Oh, no, he did. In the credits, it's credited as his brother's name. The way that Leo got cast in the movie means I should have been in the movies, dude. Because literally, Larry Clark was in New York City and saw Leo Fitzpatrick skateboarding, and he was not landing the tricks and swearing and losing his mind every time he didn't land a trick. And Larry Clark was like, I got to have this kid in the movie. And then hired him.
Odd way to cast a movie.
Yeah, I was like, if anybody had ever seen me skateboard or play street hockey, I'd be in a movie.
A lot of raging.
Because that's all it was.
He actually was good in this.
All the acting was good.
The actors
it was honestly,
good.
it was, especially knowing that like they weren't actors.
Yeah.
One kid was an actor.
I
Felt
think
pretty legit.
I think it's a way that you direct that gets that out of the person, like because maybe it's something that the guy Larry Clark said, like act natural or something.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to trigger a brain to do something to where it's natural, and I think it's a lot in the director.
Whatever
which
it was, yeah, it was good.
It was. I mean,
The scene that I heard was improvised was the little kids on the all shirtless smoking the joint.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Which also,
Jesus on the cross.
Larry
man,
Clark
that's awesome.
lied about that, like in press conferences, like, oh, we didn't use any real drugs, like it's a movie, it's all fake, and none of it was fake.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The I Have No Legs song goes crazy.
Yeah.
it is an odd scene.
And then the piece of shit kid gave him money. That was wild.
Yeah.
But just that one scene, like, adds like depth. Like he's not a complete like waste of life. He's giving this dude money, and he obviously doesn't have money. They even broke the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. Still a piece
I
of
said,
trash.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
always the smelly kid who keeps putting his hand down his pants.
yeah.
It's always the smelly kid in the crew who's fucking touching his dick all the time. Can't get down with the homophobia, but it is very of the times.
Oh, absolutely.
And definitely shit like obnoxious kids would yell.
Yeah, that would probably happen nowadays. Honestly, if they were in a group.
Pervy cab drivers, now I guess Uber, Lyft drivers, always relatable.
Was he being pervy though? He was kind of just like,
Kind of.
tell me about your day and what's wrong, and it wasn't really a problem.
Young horny dudes are manipulative as hell.
They are. Yeah.
Crazy to think how rapey like most dudes probably acted in their youth, and like had no idea. Like they didn't think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I bet.
They were all just horned up.
Casper's a fucking fiend and an addict.
Yeah.
Just
And
slamming
a rapist. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Then I said dark stuff, impactful and huge for me to see it so young. And I think it's like an iconic movie.
It's a very dark movie. It's very authentic, isn't it?
And I said, how did these first-time child actors portray sex more realistic than some lifelong professionals? Like you go to mainstream big budget movies and it looks like they're not even having sex.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it felt very real.
And then
there's probably more people on set when in a real movie where they're like telling him take it easy.
Yeah.
Well, when he's probably like just bang her. Who cares?
I don't think there was any intimacy coordinators on this set.
Jesus Christ, what happened was a perfect ending to the movie.
It was a good line, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what are your thoughts here?
You guys know I don't really care for it. The characters I didn't think really developed into something beyond their like shallow thoughts or desires. I thought it had a very thin plot. She was trying to find him before he gave more people HIV/AIDS or whatever, and
failed miserably.
He had already slept with a 12-year-old that morning, and then a 13-year-old whatever later.
Just wanted to deflower them all.
But he's a teenager also.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like he's like a 30-year-old.
Still not great though.
Pumping a 12-year-old. No, but
no, all the actors I read were roughly like 15 to 19, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's a realistic peek into that life, and it's authentic for that, and I respect that or whatever. But I don't think it's that compelling of a movie. I thought the pacing was kind of slow, and technically it's well made, and it does offer like a very intimate look and that not a lot of movies can accomplish that have accomplished, into that world. But I think a lot of it is just shock value for the sake of it. And I don't think it was, I don't think if you can do something, you should. And I don't think they should have like filmed like kids like that and making out and like banging and stuff. Like that's kind of, I don't know. It's too young. It's too young.
Yeah, it's very much on the line.
I honestly think it would have been more effective if they followed through with the AIDS, HIV, and showed the effects it had. Like maybe add a half an hour on, 45 minutes. Show that, because it never shows, right? Never shows what.
What do you mean?
Like HIV, AIDS, doesn't it? It kills you, right?
Yeah, but it can take 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, it could have flashed forward that long and shown, like, That
would have been too much for this movie, I think, to do, like, aging and...
I know. I'm just saying we don't get it doesn't follow through on, like, the effects of it.
I think you get it, though, that it ruined her life immediately. She has HIV now.
But, yeah, what are, like, the actual, like, physical effects, though?
Her life's ruined?
HIV? I don't know. We don't see that though. Some tough to watch scenes. The rape, the beatdown.
That guy said, "Don't ruin my parents' bedroom," and he just bangs a virgin on the bed, and there's blood everywhere.
It's extremely in your face and shocking. Let's see. I don't know the characters. You know how I am about characters. I get attached to characters and stuff, and they're just very, very unlikable, and I
mean, if you look at it like a PSA, kind of.
That's what I
like young kids and sex and that kind of stuff.
That's what it was.
Puts a little different light on it. I don't know if he meant for it to be that way, but
no, he was being exploitative for sure.
It does seem like an hour and a half. PSA,
like sex ed, like
like anti unprotected sex.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying about like how shocking and like unrealistic it is at times, like that's how when I watch like shows like Euphoria, I was like, there's no way this is real life. Because like, and
I've never watched that.
I think that's the biggest positive of it is that it's so real and like raw and feels real.
Yeah, but like Euphoria,
no, it is realistic. I was saying that these characters do exist. I'm saying that I don't think this is a very common person, but these people do exist out there.
Think of how many teen moms there are in the world. There's a freaking TV shows on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They get so many of them get pregnant.
It is
so
crazy, like how insulated people are, because like you could go your whole life and not realize people live like that.
True. It is informative in that way. It's informative. If you I don't know.
I think it's tough for us to really know because we didn't live in New York back in the 90s. And really, I think that's or inner city. I didn't, at least. I mean.
Right. No, yeah.
It's a different upbringing than being like parentless and just run wild in a huge city with drugs and stuff. So.
Right, because STDs and all that stuff is just more, what's the word I'm looking for? More and not exaggerated, but just more intense
more
there.
Exposure.
More, you're exposed to all of that more there. It's just.
And I read online a bunch of people saying they did grow up there, and it was exactly like that.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect portrayal. So.
Wow.
Who knows,
but like, yeah. So I know you two didn't watch the documentary.
Is it on that?
Yeah, it's on the same disc. But I watched it, and it is crazy because it just shows you the kids in the movie were just that was their life. Like, and basically, Harmony wrote the story, and the black kid who like helicopters his dick around the pool. That kid, that's a real skater kid from New York.
Yeah.
And basically, he was like the leader of that group of kids. And if he said somebody was cool, they were just like, okay, well, they're our friend now. So basically, Harmony started hanging out with him, and he introduced them to the kids, and he was like, oh, yeah, like he introduced us, so Harmony has to be cool. And Harmony wrote this story about their lives. And then Larry Clark came in, and they're like, yeah, we were weirded out that a 50-year-old dude wanted to hang out with us, but he was buying us weed and giving us McDonald's. And like, so we're like, who cares? Like, we're broke, and we skate. And this dude is giving us money, and like he also now just put us in a movie.
He has a win for everybody, really.
So like they were like they're like, yeah, it was weird, but we didn't care. But then they were like, but then we realized real quickly, Harmony distanced himself and just stopped coming around as much, started blah, and then just disappeared. And then Larry Clark showed back up and goes, hey, gave every one of the kids 10 $100 bills, so $1,000. It's like, here's your pay. Like, you don't have any claim to any further pay. And they were broke, so they're like, fuck yeah, dude, $1,000. They didn't care. Then Harmony and Larry Clark went to like Sundance, and I don't know if they went to Cannes, but they went to like a bunch of film festivals, won awards, did all this stuff, didn't invite a single kid. Not one of them was invited to any premiere, anything.
Wonder why that is.
And yeah, they made like $22 million. And they didn't see a dime. All they got was $1,000.
It's kind of effed up. Not kind of, it is.
And then Larry Clark gets super defensive because they show like him on at one like Sundance or something, and people are like, well, they're like, that looks real. Like, you were cool with 11-year-olds smoking weed in your movie. You were cool with like these teenagers getting raped. And he goes, I don't know what you're trying to say. It's a movie. And then Harmony is like a 19-year-old kid on the stage, and Larry's like, we didn't use any real drugs on set, right? And Harmony's like, and then they just lie about everything, and then you just find out they're just scumbags.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows in the movie.
Yeah,
but it's
pretty scummy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The proof is in the pudding. It's borderline documentary filmmaking.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's very real, and I don't know if there's a word for it.
Still blows my mind, 'cause
it is a movie.
I didn't realize back then Larry Clark was already 52 years old when he made this.
It's like
that's insane. That'd be like if we were playing basketball at a park as teenagers, and some 50-year-old dude is like, "Hey, you guys are pretty good. Let me film this.
Yeah.
Let me make a."
If you offered to give me like a grand, to be like, okay.
Let me make an one Gus Macker movie about you guys.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Nothing ever came out about this Larry Clark fellow that was like pedophilia related.
I don't think so.
That is surprising, actually.
But two of the kids died.
Besides the movie,
like in the movie, the two of the kids from the movie, like one, the who played Casper, like the addict and rapist.
Oh yeah.
He went to like L.A. and tried to be an actor.
He killed himself?
Yeah, he hung himself.
I read that, yeah.
And then another kid died of an overdose.
Wow. Well,
so that's most of the documentary is just like the kids talking about those two kids that died.
Interesting.
And then most of the girls, that's why Chloe Savini and Rosario Dawson are in it. The girls from that group of friends refused to be in it.
Wow.
Because when they're like, first of all, that's not how girls sit around and talk about sex. And they're like, so we don't think like this isn't a depiction of us, but we'll still hang out and smoke your weed and eat food. But like, most of the girls didn't want to sign off on it.
I mean,
but the dudes had no problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Girls get a pretty rough rap in this movie. So.
It's obnoxious, this movie, man. But let's get to ratings. I gave it a 4.5.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
It was tough for me to rate because it is done so well, but then it's just so unpleasant. So I gave it a 6.
I mean, I give it a 10. because when I saw it, it literally blew my mind and changed my life.
Yeah.
And like how I said, it influenced so much stuff. Like ever since then, I can't unsee like mid-90s, like any skate movie you watch since this came out, you're like, this wouldn't exist like it is without kids.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to me. And then
I think
the fact that it even got made and was successful is crazy to me.
A huge part of it is when you've seen it, I believe.
Absolutely. I saw it when I was a kid, and like I
did see it in high school, but I didn't remember it at all.
I was like I wasn't dumb. I was a smart kid, but I wanted to be a Hellraiser, and I would definitely skateboarded and would go, like I was skateboarding in downtown Detroit all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this kind of rocks. But like watching it now, I don't remember it being as like
brutal.
Yeah, brutal or offensive or whatever. Like I remember in my head like the kid, like them fighting over skateboarding in Central Park and stuff like that.
Because there is.
I mean, I did remember the AIDS part, like the HIV being a big part of the plot. I did forget about them showing the rape.
Yeah, it's tough
because I haven't watched it in so long.
Right.
Yeah, they do show
but
it
it's
full blown.
It's still crazy. Very good to me. Not good, but you know what I mean. Like impactful movie.
Yeah. Oh, it is for sure that.
Yeah,
you're gonna see it and you're gonna feel something.
Yeah, it's gonna make you feel something for sure. Yeah, I just felt a little dirty and kind of like uncomfortable. I didn't care for it really, but that's to each their own, you know. What do you guys think? Watch this ASAP, watch it whenever, or skip it?
I think it's a whenever, in my opinion.
I mean,
what would you say, Shaw?
I mean, if you haven't seen it, I would say watch it ASAP, but I know
I would say skip it. So I think we're all on different. I mean, like we got to come to a conclusion here.
I mean, I'd say
you guys got to come to one.
Well, I mean, I'd say watch it whenever because he said watch it whenever. I'd say ASAP. You say never.
So we'll meet in the middle.
In the middle is watch it whenever.
Oh, watch this whenever.
Which also, I mean, yeah, if you have no interest in the things we've said, it's not for you. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
But if you are like not fazed by things or want to see the gritty life of impoverished kids skateboarding in the city.
It is interesting.
For it.
It's not devoid of value.
Yeah, I also would recommend watching the documentary.
But I just think it's not a compelling story movie.
I don't think it's supposed to like love it as a movie or hate it as a movie. I think you're supposed to just like almost like experience it. Like,
how you said you haven't seen any Harmony stuff? If you think this had like a loose plot or whatever, don't watch any Harmony stuff. Because even his movies that people love, paper thin plot.
Really?
It's like stream of consciousness madness. Trying to put it together, but like
it's Spring Breakers.
And his newer stuff, Spring Breakers.
It has a loose plot.
Which also he was a scumbag making that. Like
of course.
Well, James
scumbag is so funny.
James Franco plays the main guy.
No, I know of the movie, yeah.
Who is basically, he's playing Riff Raff, who's a white rapper. Riff Raff was cast in the movie. And then James Franco like showed interest in being in the movie, and they just fucked over Riff Raff and used his likeness. Like, James Franco is obviously playing Riff Raff.
Yeah.
And like, Riff Raff got no credit, no money, no nothing, and they cast him as that character because it's him.
Well, then they realized that James Franco's a much better actor.
They were just like... But, like, he's playing that dude. At least give him a shout-out, something.
They should have at least shouted thanks.
It's crazy.
Special thanks. But, all right, guys, that's our review of Kids.
I also refused to buy Gummo. Criterion put out Gummo. Refused to buy it because I saw Baby Invasion and hated it so much.
Oh, yeah, he did make that, too.
Thank you guys for watching. Let us know your thoughts on Kids, guys. That's a pretty divisive movie. So
Harmony, I want to slap you in the mouth.
Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and we'll see. Subscribe, like, all that cool stuff. Thanks for watching. See you later.